They said no to her face. They laughed behind her back. They ignored her messages. They rejected her in ways that felt polite but still hurt. She heard it all. You're not good enough. You're not the right fit. You don't have what it takes. After a while, she stopped asking people for chances. Not because she gave up, because she got tired of begging. Then she made one quiet decision. I will become undeniable. No drama. No revenge speech. Just work. And the same people who rejected her later pretended they always believed in her. This is how she proved them all wrong. This is a story about rejection, but it is also a story about identity. You will hear 3 turning points. Each one changes how she sees herself. I will also break down the psychology behind rejection, why it hurts so much, and how she used it like fuel. At the end, you will get a step-by-step comeback plan. You can use it today. If you ever felt unwanted, like you are always the second option, like nobody chooses you. Stay with me. Chapter 1, Rejected Since the Start. Turning point. Her name was Maya. Maya grew up in a normal home. Not rich, not terrible, just normal. But she felt different early. In school, she was quiet, not because she had nothing to say, because she feared being judged. She raised her hand once in class. The teacher asked her a question. Maya answered. A boy laughed, not because her answer was wrong, because her voice shook. The class joined in. Maya felt her face burn. She forced a smile. She looked down, and that day she learned a dangerous lesson. If I speak, I get hurt, so she stayed silent. Years passed. She became good at hiding. She did her work. She stayed in the background. She avoided attention. People called her nice. Nice is not a compliment when it means invisible. Then she found her thing. Design, not fancy design, not perfect design, just simple visuals. She made posters for school events. She made small logos for friends. She watched videos and practiced. When she worked, she felt free. So after graduation, she tried to make it real. She applied for design internships. She emailed small companies. She sent her portfolio. She waited. Rejection came fast. Not enough experience. Not strong enough portfolio. We chose someone else. Some companies did not reply at all. That hurt more, because silence feels like you don't exist. Maya tried again. More applications, more emails, more waiting, more rejection. After months, she got one interview. She dressed well. She practiced answers. She went early. The interviewer looked at her work for maybe 30 seconds. Then he said, "You're talented, but you don't stand out." Stand out. That sentence followed her home, because she had tried her whole life not to stand out. That was turning point 1. Maya finally saw the real enemy. It was not the job market. It was not bad luck. It was her fear of being seen. Rejection taught her a painful truth. If you want a different life, you must become visible. And visibility has a price. It invites judgment. Maya went home and cried. Not loud crying, quiet crying. Then she wiped her face and opened her laptop. She whispered, "Okay, teach me how to stand out." Chapter 2, Rejected by People 2. Turning point 2. Maya started working harder. She rebuilt her portfolio. She learned new tools. She studied real projects online. She posted her designs on social media. Not for like, for proof. But new pain arrived. People she knew started commenting. Not directly. Not honestly. They used jokes. "Oh wow, you're a designer now. Do people actually pay for that? This looks cute." Cute. That word felt like a knife. Even her family did not take her seriously. They wanted her to choose a safe job. They wanted stability. They wanted certainty. One night at dinner, an uncle said, "Design is for gifted people. Be realistic." Maya smiled politely, but inside something cracked. She realized rejection is not always a closed door. Sometimes rejection is a voice in your life trying to keep you small. And that voice hurts more, because it sounds like care. Maya started doubting again. She thought, what if they're right? What if I'm wasting time? What if I'm not special? This is where most dreams die. Not from failure, from doubt. Doubt is slow poison. It makes you quit before you even get a clear result. Maya almost stopped. Then one afternoon, she got an email. A company she applied to months ago finally replied. She opened it with shaking hands. "We reviewed your portfolio. We will not move forward." Nothing else. No feedback. No kindness. Just note. Maya stared at the screen for a long time. Then she did something unusual. She replied. She wrote a simple message. "Thank you for your time. If possible, can you share one reason so I can improve?" She almost didn't send it. She feared looking desperate. But she pressed send. The next day, she got a reply. The hiring manager wrote, "You're good, but your work looks like everyone else's. You copy trends. You don't show a point of view." Point of view. That sentence became a key. Maya realized what she was missing. She was trying to be accepted, so she shaped herself to fit, but fitting in never creates greatness. That was turning point 2. Maya stopped designing to impress people. She started designing to express something. She picked a theme: design for underdogs, design for small businesses, design that tells stories. She created projects for local shops. She redesigned menus. She made logos. She made posters. Some people still laughed, but now she didn't care, because she was not asking for approval anymore. She was building proof. Chapter 3. The moment she became undeniable. Turning point 3. Months later, Maya saw a post online. A well-known agency was running a challenge. Design a campaign in 48 hours. Winner gets a paid role. Thousands of people joined. Maya almost scrolled past. Her old fear whispered, "You'll lose." Her old identity said, "You're not chosen." But her new identity spoke louder. "I'm in training." So she joined. She worked like a machine. Not a loud, crazy machine. A quiet, focused one. She planned the message first. Then she built the visuals. Then she refined everything. She slept 4 hours. She woke up. She improved the details. When the deadline hit, she submitted. Then she waited. The next day, she got a message. "We like your work. Can you hop on a call?" Her hands shook. On the call, the agency lead said, "Your design feels different. It has a voice. It feels honest." Honest. That word meant everything, because Maya had spent years hiding her voice. A week later, they announced the winners. Maya won. Not second place. Not honorable mention. She won. She stared at the screen in silence. Then she smiled. Not a loud smile. A quiet one. Because she knew the truth. This was not luck. This was accumulated courage. Turning point 3 was not the award. It was what happened inside her mind. She stopped needing validation. She became her own validator. She had proof. She had a system. She had standards. Now rejection could not break her. Because rejection no longer defined her. Rejection triggers the same brain systems as physical pain. That's why it feels so real. But here is the trap. When you get rejected, your brain tries to protect you. It says, avoid this. So you stop trying. You stop risking. You stop being seen. This creates a cycle. Rejection, shroom, hiding, no growth, more rejection. Maya broke the cycle with 3 mental switches. Switch 1, rejection is feedback, not identity. She stopped saying, "I'm not good." She started saying, "I'm not there yet." Switch 2, visibility is the price. If you want a bigger life, people will have opinions. You pay the price or you stay small. Switch 3, proof beats confidence. Confidence is not something you wait for. You build it with actions you repeat. The comeback plan, use this today. If you feel rejected right now, use this plan. Step 1, name what you want to be, not a dream, an identity. Examples: I'm a creator, I'm a learner, I'm a builder, I'm an athlete. Write it. Step 2, pick one skill and go deep. Stop chasing everything, pick one skill that moves your life forward. Practice it daily for 30 days. No breaks, small sessions are fine, but be consistent. Step 3, turn rejection into a question. Instead of why me, ask, what do I need to improve? What is missing? What would make me undeniable? Questions create growth. Complaints create stuckness. Step 4, build proof in public. Post your work, share your progress. Show your process, not for attention, for accountability. Step 5, create a no list. Write down the voices that make you small. Be realistic. People like you don't succeed. You're too late. Read it and say, I hear you. I'm still going. Step 6, one action today. Do one thing that scares you a little. Send the email, apply again, post the work, ask for feedback. Small courage creates big change. Maya was rejected by everyone. Schools, companies, people close to her. But rejection did not stop her. It shaped her. Because she made one decision. I will become undeniable. Not by shouting. Not by proving people wrong with words. She proved them wrong with results. And the best part? When she finally won, she didn't need to look back at her haters. Because she wasn't building a life for them. She was building a life she could respect. One action today, write this sentence. I will become undeniable. Then take one step. Just one. If this story helped you, subscribe. This channel shares real stories with real comeback plans. And comment one word below, "You undeniable," so you commit to your next step today.